Hello, everybody. This is your DM, Glenn Underwood, also known as May Tag, and I'm here to welcome you into the second to last episode of The Final Rule, Season 1. We've had a great time with this podcast, and I hope that you had too. Don't fret, we are planning on coming back in September with more episodes of The Final Rule for a second season. So if you're a fan of this so far, just bear with us over the month of August. There won't be any new podcasts coming out, but there will be some extra special content on our Patreon if you want to follow us there. We'll be doing interviews with our guests and our players, talking about what we liked about Season 1, not liked about Season 1, basically to prep into going to Season 2. If you have any feedback for us, don't be afraid to let us know. We're always looking for ways to improve the quality of the podcast, the quality of our playing and characters. So don't be afraid to let us know either on our Discord server or on my Twitter at May_tag official. We're wanting to hear from you guys. So if there's anything at all that we can do that you think would really benefit the podcast, don't hesitate to give us a shout out. Now, I'm going to stop talking and let you experience a very emotional episode of Final Rule. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Final Rule, a completely improvised D&D podcast. Normally a stream, however, this episode is unique in the fact that we are doing this audio only. This is the penultimate episode. After this one, we only have our finale left, which unfortunately will not be featuring the wonderful Walter Tang. However, we'll get to that whenever we get to it. So everybody, as per usual, I am your Dungeon Master and host, known as Glenn, also Maytag. You can find me on Twitter at May_tag official. And that's me. Hey, Chase, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, sure thing. Glenn, who is in the same room with me.
Hey, don't tell them the behind the scenes right now.
All right.
You broke the wall. You broke the wall.
Dude, oh my gosh.
All right, guys. All right. Hi, I'm Chase Bernard. You can find me at Cut to the Chase 9 on Twitter or Cut to the Chase on Twitch, and I will be playing Dorvis, the half-orc wizard.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Glenn. I'm Vincent Bianca. Today, I'll be playing the role of Walter Tang, the Druid Earth Genasi, with a very controversial background. You can follow me on Instagram at I'm a theater major.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Hey, Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin Hayflick. I will be playing the role of Kintorla, the Green Dragonborn Ranger. And you can find me on D-Dice Gaming on Twitter and Drinks and Dice Gaming on Twitch.
Thank you very much. And Brendan?
I am Brendan Bice. You can find me at Twitter at Bice. And I'll be playing Rook Pendleton II, the official nature boy.
The official nature boy, not the unofficial nature boy.
I'm the unofficial.
Yeah,
I'm unofficial.
I got
nature.
D&D Twitter first, and you're like, hey, what are you doing for your handle? Nature boy.
Walter Tang was
official.
played on. Yeah.
Special nature boy.
And last but not least, for the second time returning, the first time for one of our guests returning on the podcast, hey, Zach.
Hey,
Nice.
My name's Zach. I'm up early as shit.
It's true, we are.
I'll be playing Kukula and the Human Paladin with a controversial future.
Whoa.
Way to
So
counter
yeah,
that. Dang.
just to sort of peel back the veil, sort of reveal on the a little bit behind the curtain. We are recording this at. We all got up at like 6:30 a.m. in order to record this because we just this is the only time we had free after my internet decided to die twice on us. So we're going to see how all of this goes. Hopefully it turns out all right. That's part of the reason why it's audio only. We went to go stream this on Sunday at our normal time, and boy, did that not happen.
Nope.
No.
In fact, I don't even know what happened because I wasn't able to listen to it because I didn't have internet. So hopefully that was worth something for those of you who are fans of this. But anyway, let's not talk too much on it. The past is in the past. What I will talk about, however, is the fact that you may be asking yourself, yo, what's up with the completely improvised D&D? Isn't D&D like always improvised? And to a certain degree, you'd be right. However, we are going the extra mile in that we are let's say being lazy in a productive way. I, as the dungeon master, am not doing any prep, and all of my players for their characters created mechanical shells rather than having complex backstories, alignments, and things that normal D&D characters have. And we did this in order to sort of create a world as we went and create characters as we went. So this being our 10th episode, 11th episode?
11th episode.
11th. Oh my God, it's been 11. Okay, this being our 11th episode, we have created a pretty rich world and pretty rich characters. But just keep in mind that all of that came in motion. We did none of that prep outside of actually playing. So everything you hear on the podcast and see on the streams, that's what we did live. But in order to do that appropriately, we are following the rules of improv, which there are 5 of. The first of which being yes, and even better, yes and. During improv, sort of the nature and spirit of it is that we offer things that are true about the world and true about other characters. And in order for things to work out the best they can, it's up to us to say yes to the things that are offered to us. Even better is if you can say yes to whatever's being offered and also add something else on top of that. That's a yes and. The second rule is work to the height of your intelligence. So it's really easy in improv to fall into the trap of catering to the lowest common denominator, making, poop and dick jokes, but then really there's nowhere to go from there. So we rather want to subvert expectations, play to the intelligence that we have or that our audience has, and make sure that we create something that's rich and sort of beautiful, rather than something that's sort of base and just funny for the sake of being funny. The third one sort of goes along with the whole yes and yes and rule, which is give and receive gifts. So always be actively seeking to tell things that are true about the world and characters. It's never a bad time to give a gift, and anytime a gift is given, it's up to everyone else to receive that gift and make it true about the world by affirming it with a yes, and even better, a yes and. The fourth rule is one that we sort of have to bend in order to make it work for this, which is usually in improv. Just like that, Zach. Oh God, there's no video. That doesn't make sense. It's a visual gag.
God. No.
The fourth rule is no open-ended questions in improv, which is something we have to sort of work with, because in D&D you have to ask open-ended questions. You have to ask the DM, hey, what does this room look like? What does this person look like that I'm talking to? Who are they? Blah, 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 which are all open-ended questions. But we're going to try to minimize that as much as possible, and we're going to say, rather than no open-ended questions, add details when you can. So, like I said, there's never a bad time to sort of say that something's true about the world or a character. So just don't be afraid to say your truth whenever it comes to what it is that you're dealing with. And finally, the final rule for improv, not the final rule, but the last rule for improv, I know, is make everyone else look like a genius. There is sort of this tendency in improv that you feel like you have to be the smartest, most intelligent, like most attractive person in the room, which is not necessarily true. Rather, we're going to take the sort of onus of that focus and put it on the other people and make them look like the smartest, coolest, most attractive person in the room. And if we all do that for each other, then we ourselves will end up being the coolest, smartest, most attractive person in the room, just by proxy. So those are the rules of improv. And then, of course, we do have the final rule that we play with, which is, of course, rule 0, whatever the GM says goes. So there will be times whenever I have to say that just can't work with the lore that we have, or something similar to that nature. And it's not me saying a no per se. It's me trying to keep a continuity with the story, because D&D is a lore, story-based and story-driven game. We have to make sure that we are following some sort of truth that is remaining consistent throughout. Now, I haven't had to do this much, or I don't really know if I've ever done it at all. I've retconned a couple of things, but just we've all sort of agreed that in order for this to work out best and be as fun as it can possibly be for our listeners, that there may be times whenever I have to say no, and it's not out of spite for my players, it's out of love for the story. So that's our final rule. And of course, consented role playing is very important to us. So at any point in time, our players can throw up an X card or an X with their hands, and that lets me know that we need to fade to black or sort of move on from where we are, because we don't want anybody to be triggered or stop having a fun time, because at the end of the day, this should be fun. So that's everything as far as the background goes for all of this. Let's remind ourselves where we left off.
Oh, yeah.
So, some big things are happening. The war for Ghrehndhehl. is about to take place, and this is sort of our session to, in character, plan out our method of attack. We left off with Ku inheriting the fighting forces of the Tang estate. We have, of course, Balazar and the Rosemary Corporation, and Swift and the Artful Four as sort of the main factions in this battle. And now it's sort of up to us to decide where, how, what the battle is. And of course, what everyone seems to be fighting over is this mysterious thing known as the final rule, which it manifested, as far as our players could tell, with a large a table in the center of a room that they stumbled across, a large cavern that they stumbled across, that had inscribed in it, "Speak the final rule, and your wish will be granted." And that seems to be the main focus of what's going on here. So we're going to skip forward out of the meeting that we had at the end of the last episode. Yeah, what's up, Justin?
Walter's dad was wanting to talk to Ken.
Right.
Remind you that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that first, and then we'll have a little time skip. We'll say a day and a half, and we'll have an official war council with all of the members of the party. So Granite Tang, Walter's father, who is a Dao or an Earth Genie, after the sort of meeting where he announces, where Walter made his decision as far as his inheritance is concerned, everyone's eating, and Granite pulls Ken aside, and he sort of looks the Dragonborn up and down, and says, "You've grown since last we spoke, young Kintorla."
Yes, I've done more than physical growth.
I want you to know that everything that I did, everyone that I bought from you, was to the benefit of my family. And I know that may not seem like much to you, but for me, what you did is everything.
I'm glad I could help you and your family in some way.
Now, there is one small matter of business that I wanted to discuss with you, and it relates to my son.
Of Walter?
Yes. You see, Walter worries me. On this adventure that he's gone on, he's changed, and I fear it's not for the better.
Walter's become a strong person through the adventures.
Strong, yes. However, I am in need of an heir to my family. Walter's other siblings, they are not fit. I need you. You and Walter are close. I can see that. I need you to convince him to come back, to take on the Tang estate's mantle, and become the heir that he was meant to be. If you do this for me, Kintorla, I will do everything in my power to make sure that anyone who is coming after you for the things that you have done in your past cease their actions.
Do what I can do, Granite.
Thank you. Now, it's been a long day. Let us all sojourn back at my estate, and in the morning we shall rekindle this discussion. Though I may not be there, I am with you in spirit. May Ghrehndhehl not fall into the wrong hands, or else we all suffer. And then Granite takes his leave from the conversation, continues eating for, yeah.
I didn't know that was just to me again, but okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
That was.
Sorry,
That
I
was
thought I
just to
thought
you.
I thought we I don't know.
no, it's all good.
That sounded like a speech to the table. So I was like, oh. Okay.
So Granite takes his leave of the conversation, goes back to eating at the dinner table, and sort of after everyone's done eating, he announces to everyone that he is retiring for a little while to his back to the estate. That you're all welcome there, and that further preparations can continue in the morning. So, as we normally do with our sessions, we're going to sort of break into.
Chicken. I asked my girlfriend. Sorry, chicken is our improvised suggestion.
Oh my god. Okay, so I thank goodness chicken is our suggestion.
Yeah,
I
wow.
was just wondering what we were going to do about
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna grab I have a script. I was gonna do like a page thing, but like that works too.
If we need another one, we'll do that. Okay, Vince.
Yeah. Mhm.
So chicken is our suggestion, which we normally ask from our live audience, but we don't have one.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for the suggestion, chicken. So we're gonna break into smaller episodes where everybody gets one sort of opportunity to do something that they want to do before the War Council officially convenes in the morning. So we'll say that whatever it is that you have to do has to take place within a 2 hour in game, a 2 hour time frame. And can revolve any of the other characters or any of the NPCs we've introduced so far, so on and so forth. I'm just going to arbitrarily say that Brooke, why don't you go ahead and start us off with what does Brooke want to do, knowing that there's a war council happening in the morning?
Brooke is probably going to take a walk. Probably spend a good bit of his time before meeting with everyone, just walking through. We're back at the Tank Estate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooke's just gonna go and kind of meditate in the grove with all those trees that we saw when we first got here, and just kind of like not necessarily pray, just kind of like
Open
meditate.
yourself up to the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely doing some Muay Thai.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. So while you're in the midst of your Muay Thai and with so much stress and like unsureness about what tomorrow will bring and the times beyond that as well, Brooke finds himself in a deeper trance than he has ever found himself before. Sort of the necessity to escape from all of the well, it's sort of, I guess in Brooke's mind, it would all sort of be nonsense. It's not the natural order of things. The necessity of trying to escape from that and return to nature drops you into a state that you've never sort of been in before. And while you're in this state, you feel a slight tugging at your consciousness, like sort of beckoning you away from the reality that you're currently existing in.
I go for it, full out. Whatever.
Wherever the wind blows.
Wherever
Yeah.
the wind blows, I'm gonna let Alanis guide me just through any kind of pull or
So,
push.
Funny you should mention Alanis, because the voice that greets you in this realm of, it's not a void, but it is not the material plane as you know it. You're sort of pulled into a different reality of being, where all at once you can feel the pulse of nature itself. You're being drawn into a realm where you can see the natural ley lines of the magical circuitry of Ghrehndhehl itself, pulling from all of the trees, all of the animals. For once, you get a small glimpse into the way that all life is intertwined in a complex and mysterious knot that you just begin to unravel with your mind when a voice greets you that is as soft as the wind, as graceful as a gazelle marching across the plains, and at the same time as fierce and savage as a lion's roar. And the voice just, Brooke, Brooke, to
Hello?
me, Brooke, do not
Ye-
mess with things that you do not understand. You understand me? What you were just trying to unravel is meant to be in a knot, Brooke.
Why is that? I understand that nature is chaotic, but at the same time, a part of this just don't feel right from like a moral standpoint.
I understand. However, you must moor a boat to a dock with a knot, and in the same way all life must be moored to each other. That knot is not chaos, though it may seem so. That knot binds all things in a very delicate balance so that nothing may drift apart. Now, to my purpose here. Brooke, you have always been one of my most devout, remaining calm in all things. Do you remember with that which I charged you with many, many years ago? The
It's
purpose that I gave you.
been some time. I do. I haven't forgotten.
Good. The events that unfold over the next few days will change the very fabric of life itself. That knot you see, though appearing strong and convoluted, is very delicate. And there exists forces in Ghrehndhehl which can undo it in its entirety. Brooke, do not forget your purpose.
So do I demolish the forces that could unravel the knot, or do I sit back, or I just don't know the right way to go about trying to accomplish my purpose?
Oh, you young, innocent mortal. When
That
have
was,
you ever gone through life knowing what the right decision was? Brooke, that is part of the wisdom that I have blessed you with, is knowing that there is no right way. Now I must let you go.
I
Whenever the
understand.
time is right, Brooke, you must do what I commanded you to do all of those years ago.
I'll do it.
Return to your plane and return to your purpose. And just like that, you are suddenly found reseated in the middle of a very intricate Muay Thai movement as though you didn't even leave it.
Well, this is gonna be tricky to explain to the fellas, but uh, I think I've had enough Muay Thai. I'm getting a little dizzy. I should probably head inside.
All right, and thus ends episode Brooke. Why don't we go ahead and see what Ken's up to?
This is the night before, correct?
Yeah, the night to the morning before. Anything that like it can take place in the time span before the actual war council takes place.
All right. So, that night, Ken's really just gonna be raiding the pantry for more wine, and he's going to be sitting in the he'd probably honestly take it somewhere, maybe outside, I guess. Probably find a corner, um, not too far from the manor, but somewhat of a corner, and kind of just be sitting out there drinking. Has several bottles.
Yeah. So while you're drinking, you hear the shuffle of small footsteps sort of approach you, bare feet in grass, as you sort of found a corner outside of the estate where you're sure that no one will bother you, and yet someone has.
Hello, who goes there?
You turn and see the face of Delilah Tang, Walter's youngest sister. sort of watching you with like curious eyes.
Like the youngest.
Was Delilah the second youngest? I think Delilah was the second
Yeah.
youngest. Your youngest sister, the second youngest
Mhm.
of the siblings.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And that I worded that very particularly. So she sort of looks and she says, "There's something wrong with everything, isn't there?"
What made you think that?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago you visited this estate in order to well, you know, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
saw
know.
you. I saw you and you were a lot different. For one, you didn't have wine everywhere that you went.
Yeah. I mean, I've changed. I've changed. What about it?
Mr. Ken, what's bothering you?
What's bothering me? Well, for starts, going to raise one hand, snap his fingers, say some verbal arcane words while in the mid of drinking, um, and a spirit is going to appear right next to him. One got those have hurt. They don't leave me alone.
She like looks at the spirit and like, you know, if for most people that would be conjuring a spirit would be enough to sort of like drive the common person away from somebody, because you might be vexed with an evil spirit, and the fact that they're, you know, those you've harmed, it doesn't portend well. But Delilah sort of looks at the spirit and her eyes grow like very soft with sort of an understanding, and she says, you know, I've always been sensitive to things like this. And then she lifts up her hand and snaps as well and says similar arcane words, and hundreds of spirits of those that have come through the Tang family, sold to them and used throughout the years, appear behind her. She says, "And they don't leave me alone either."
Ken's gonna take a big swig. Kind of shaking a little bit.
Mr. Ken, these are haunted grounds, not hallowed ones. If you can, please, before you leave, salt the earth here. Burn everything to the ground. Let these spirits rest, whatever it takes. I am haunted by them. We all are, whether they know it or not. You know the evil that has been wrought here. You helped to bring it about. I'm only asking you to do what's right. And if you do not, and she like looks back at you and you realize that it's not a softness in her eyes, it's the eyes of one who's been cursed with the awareness of the supernatural and the material plane. It's the eyes of someone who is demented day and night and is all that she can do in order to hold it together. It's someone who is acutely aware of not just what people are thinking, but what they will always think well after they visited the grave. She looks and she says, "If you cannot do this for me, then at least end my suffering."
Ken's Ken's just gonna stand up and just walk away now, just with the bottles he has left, and continue drinking. He's gonna just Oh no, he's gonna go pass out under a tree.
Yeah, as you walk away, she sort of like, it sounds like a whisper, but at the distance she would have to be shouting. And she says, "The voices will never leave you until you command them to stop, Kintorla." And let's find out what Q's doing.
Hey, thanks for not killing my sister, man. I
I
mean, at least not immediately. I don't know, but like I appreciate you not killing her right now.
Well, if you want to die.
Easy.
Like, he turns around. Hold on. Well, I can.
Time to rally
Oh,
the
God.
troops, yes? We are on the eve of war. I must go rally my men. Only those who would fight for me are fighting, after all.
So we'll say that you have enough sway at the Tang estate that you're able to sort of call together a congregation of like
The slaves.
all of the helpers, as the Tang family calls them, right? You're able to sort of call them all together, and you're able to make one mass speech to all of them.
Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. So so for your episode, for episode Q, it will be the speech and the ramifications of.
All right. You are Hefork, yes? You are very strong, very athletically inclined. And you're used by that for the Tang estate for your bodies, your strength. They abuse you? But tell me, do you want freedom?
You see a couple of like eyes sort of darting around, completely unsure if this is some kind of test or not.
From the cool masters? Do you seek oneness with God? Glory?
In the back, one voice just like sort of timidly shouts, "I."
I give you an opportunity to never have to work another day in this damned field or on these damned horses, any of your master's possessions. Instead, I give you this opportunity to die screaming or die with a sword in your hand, giving yourself over to God, or living a free life if you survive, that is. But, simply put, the life I offer you here on the battlefield in the coming days is much better than a life as property. If you help me achieve my goals, I guarantee you all living lives as free men. I will destroy the Tang estate. We will have our victory.
From the front,
Who will follow me?
a really young looking half orc sort of looks up and says, "How do we know we can trust you?"
Well, I guess I'll just have to start preaching. Tell me, how many of you have attended my religious lectures on Raja? Not many of you, I assume.
Yeah, like none, like everyone sort of shuffles around, like looks at each other, like they're not really sure what you're talking about here.
Has anyone
Before
come to
the
my
world-
TED Talks? Are we good?
Before the world began, everything was contained in a single space, as small as the point on a pen. Everything in the world. One place. This is Raja. Raja is all that was, and all that will be. Every living thing, every single material object in this world is Raja. In death, we reunite with him. In life, we are but separated from him, put under the threat of these many false gods attempting to move our bodies and force our hands on actions that we, as simple parts of a whole, have no real attachment. Slavery. One part owning the other part. It is an offense against Raja. It is better for lives to be reunited with the whole, and for the property to become just more of the piece. Then banged his partner. It is for Raja that we will fight.
You see a couple more like join the voice in the back, and like maybe 10 half orcs are shouting "I," but you're still gonna need something else, some other kind of hook in order to get the rest of them on your side. There's easily like 300, and you've got about 30. I would say about 10% on your side right now.
Yeah. Let me ask another question. How many of you want to burn this wretched place to the ground?
Now you've got about 100 of them, sort of like they sort of stand up straighter, and they stick out their tongues and they point to them, and they have the sigils sort of that silence them tattooed on their tongues.
Who
And then
wants to rip the slave masters from their nice cushy beds and rip them apart with our hands, yes? Who wants to see Ghrehndhehl's head on a pike?
You've got probably about 200 of them now rallying on your side, shouting "I." Those that can.
Build this nation, Ghrehndhehl, up as a paradise for us, and us alone. We shall control everything. It will be a perfect place, a place where you can live free, strong, and happy. Dead. If only we take from the rich master.
I'll say with that final concluding like speech, you've got at your disposal, we'll say 330 odd half orcs, which will count now as Ku's men.
Okay.
These
are Ku boys.
the Ku boys. Is there any sort of final closing remarks you want to say to the men that you've now recruited?
Tomorrow we go for glory to the sunken star, to Raja.
And then the sort of rallying cry that erupts is "To Raja! To Raja!" And they all sort of
I take out my lance and lift it above my head, really show off its like size, the 5-bladed design and star.
Yeah.
And hold it up as a beacon for the people.
And they all sort of bellow out, and they're all ready, like, and raring to go. And if you will, Zach, any other preparations you want to make for what tomorrow will bring, if you'll just whisper it to me on Discord.
Okay.
That way I can incorporate it into whatever happens for the War Council tomorrow. All right, so next is Dorvis, and then we'll finish off with Walter, okay?
All right. So Dorvis has been doing a lot of thinking lately. He's been kind of torn in a lot of different directions. There's a lot of people that are after him and his friends, and also him himself. And he's lost someone that he really cares about that's in the hands of the Rosemary Corporation. So he hasn't really had any moment to really figure out what is he going to do during this time. So I think he wants to take this time to kind of decide what he's going to do. But something, and I guess he just goes much like how Brooke went to go like sit down by to go meditate.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to just go walk and just think things through. And there's a part of me that just wants to fight. For the first time in Dorvis's life, he feels like he wants to fight. It's burning inside him. But that fear is just still there holding him. And he doesn't know what to do about it.
So you, where are you wandering around? Like just the Tanga State in general, or did you
Yeah,
wander
just-
into Townway, or
No, not town. Well, how close is Townway?
town? I'll say the Tanga State is like a 30-minute walk from Townway proper.
I think I'd just stay around the Tang Estate.
Okay.
Townway's a bit dangerous. in my opinion.
near the maze, near the
Um,
where on the Tanga State do you think?
probably back to the garden area.
Yeah, the garden. Oh, by the way, I say the maze.
Yeah.
The garden does include like a hedge, like a little. That's like a little topiary display. That's sort of like a hedge maze, you know.
I'll go to that then.
So you wander around for a while, and you know, it's hard. You know, it really is hard to figure out how to fight for somebody who spent their entire life running. The drive is there, and the drive has always been there to do something about the predicament that you found yourself in. And at every single opportunity, it seems as though whenever an opportunity was presented for you to do something and fight, to be your own person, that opportunity was quickly taken away. And this feeling that you're feeling inside of your guts just gnaws away at you, that even if you fight now, what's going to change? And as you wander around the sort of small hedge maze that the Tangs have on their estate, you eventually come to a point where you reach just like a dead end.
Yep. That looks about right. Dead end. Dorvis is just gonna sit. He's just gonna start crying.
Yeah. The dead end sort of looms over you, as your frustration mounts in the most severe way possible. After a certain point, though, you find that your tears stop falling, and you've had you've finally given yourself a chance to sort of push through and work through that emotion. And what you find sort of lying underneath the moment you have cried all of your tears is a resilience that you felt before whenever you were talking with Stella. And that resistance and that resilience sort of pushes itself to the forefront now that everything else has sort of been bled out of you. And you find yourself for the first time standing up, and not just standing as you normally do, but with your chest high and your chin up, and you realize that no, this time will be different. This time has to be different.
Has to be different. I don't care what happens to me, but I have to help my friends. I have to help Stella. I can't run anymore. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of running after everything that tries to attack me. I don't care anymore. If I have to die, so be it. But I'm not running away anymore. I gotta get out of this maze.
Yeah, so you turn around from the dead end and find yourself staring at another dead end.
Wait, what? There was a way in here. I go over to the other dead end to like feel it, see if.
It's definitely there.
Wait, what? I try to push at the dead end.
It leaves your hand to go through.
Okay, so I'm gonna just push as hard as I can through it to get through it.
I'll say that you managed to find sort of the gap in between the foliage.
Mm-hmm.
It scratches you up a little bit as you go through, because it is sort of briary in the middle of where it's not kept. But you emerge on the other side, facing a dead end.
Okay, who's playing a trick on me?
Oh, that would be me. And you turn around to face a lizard folk man that you have seen before, with his second eyelids black coming over his eyes, one of them cracked slightly.
Wait, this is
Sistorla the Bard.
Sistorla. What?
Up. Let's not raise a ruckus around here where one is not necessary. I promise you, I intend you no ill will. I couldn't help but overhear your plight, and I have to say that I relate to you on a very, very nice level. In fact, you've inspired me to write a little poem in my head. Would you like to hear it?
Okay.
I call this one Frustrated in Topiary. And Sistorla sort of leans back and he says, "Here, green all around, surrounded by more green. Green and greed and green, fighting for what we believe is right. What is right? One side against another, three-pronged attack. Wanting to do what's right, wanting others to have our back. But who knows which side will win, and who knows which side is sin? Listen, Dorvis. How do you know that what you're doing is what's right? How do you know that maybe there is a side that's more right than the one that you're on?"
What are you even talking about? Every side is against me at this point. Whether there's a right or a wrong, all I know is I need to help my friends and help Stella.
Are they your friends?
What are you talking? Of course they're my friends.
Why don't you listen very, very closely at the War Council tomorrow to what your friends have to say?
What they're gonna say we're gonna fight.
And when you find out what you're fighting for, just consider that there are other people out there who might be fighting for things that might align a bit stronger with who you are. And let's just say that I have a very close friend who knows how to negotiate contracts, Dorvis. Contracts that are binding, contracts that it seems like there are no ways out of. And I help my friends.
I'm so sick of contracts. Contracts this, contracts that. I've gotten myself into one contract and now all 5 contracts. Do you think I want another contract in my goddamn life?
No, I think you want to be rid of all of them. There are many ways out of a binding word. Whenever you have somebody who knows how to twist words for a living. Think about it. Now, the way out's behind you.
Dorvis turns around.
It looks like it was whenever you came in.
He turns back to look at Sistorla.
All that's left is a piece of parchment on the ground.
Dorvis goes to pick it up.
It's a written copy of the poem that was just spoken to you.
Huh. Dorvis just takes a moment to let that poem seep in a little bit more. And then he puts it in his pocket. Still really... He knows he wants to fight. But now he's unsure what to fight for. And he decides to walk back.
Good. And now finally, Walter.
I'm gonna go take time to, because I imagine I'm not very close to my other siblings. Granted, I was gone for 20 years, but I'm gonna go talk to Delilah.
Okay. You go to her room and find that she's not actually there. She should be, because the Tang family is very strict about their curfews, as we know, and their schedule. But it appears as though she has snuck out of her room because this is taking place simultaneously with Ken.
Mm-hmm.
She has left. You do sort of, after looking around for a little bit, you do find a note that was left. It appears.
I'm gonna go get the note. Does anything like about it mention that it's for me?
Yes, it does have Walter written on it, in obviously Delilah's font.
Okay, well, I'm gonna open it up and give it a good read with my eyes.
Walter, the sins of our father weigh heavily on our souls. Both of us. I didn't know you for much of my life, but I feel as though we are kindred. I am trying to find a way out of this madness, and I don't know where else to turn. I'm going for a walk. I don't know if I will come back. But I wanted to leave you with these words. Do not trust Ku. The man is twisted more than you think. He may speak well. He may rally men to his side as our father commanded. But do not trust him. Please, Walter. I can hear them calling to me now. They beckon me to move. And I cannot disobey them. Not after what we've done to them. Yours, Delilah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna hold on to that letter and I'm gonna sit down and think about what all of this means. Boy, Walter Rari doesn't like Ku. I wonder if that would. I'm gonna go find Ku. I'm gonna go find Ku. I feel my instinct says go find Ku.
Yeah, so you find that the estate is remarkably silent for this night. All of the helpers that the Tang estate has bought over the years do not appear to be at their stations. And you do manage to find Ku sitting in the parlor with a smile on his face, sipping on an aged brandy.
Hello, Walter. How have you been?
You seem pretty happy.
I am quite happy. It is the time shortly before a battle. I find that my blood tends to stir a little harder, you know? Colors seem brighter, noise is louder. Everything is so wonderful. Are you not excited?
It's a mixture of feelings.
Understandable. There's always a degree of. Each day could be our last, but hey, that's just the gamble we take, yes?
I want to confirm something.
Oh?
As I understand, the men that have been rallied are hoping to fight for my cause. The cause that would be against these two opposing factions that are doing wrong. The cause for right. The cause I want to fight for.
I mean, to a certain extent, yes.
I understand to listen to you. I understand you have more battle experience than I do, but I want to make sure whose vision they're fighting for.
The men have not been introduced to you yet, so we should probably get that around, yes, but they are pledged to fight for me because, as you remember, under your terms, I must have recruited men only who were willing to fight.
Right.
And since I was the one doing the recruiting, they want to fight for me. But I'm sure they'll listen to you too once I establish the lines of the military.
The hierarchy, yeah.
Yes.
I can't. I'm making myself like my father, assuming they're gonna follow me just because they have some kind of bond. Uh, God, I hate this.
Well, I mean, you could always use the tactic of being their owner.
Now you see, that's kind of why I left the family. It was
Ah,
I don't want to resort to that because that's kind of what I don't like. Ay,
can I admit something to you, Walter?
go ahead, Koo.
I don't like slavery. I was quite happy with the condition that you set. Only the men who want to fight. Is very good.
Great, and I hope upon the battle's finished, the ones that do fight get their freedom because I think that they would have earned it at this point, especially for fighting for a cause of righteousness as this and helping to put an end to, I don't know, tyranny in its other forms. You know.
Hopefully, when we are done, this world will be without tyranny. But I don't know how long that.
Very optimistic. Koo, and I trust you.
I trust you, Walter. Believe me, I'm working for what's best in this world.
All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. I look forward to war with you. Mostly the goal that comes in mind. Not necessarily fighting is kind of gross, all right, but I look forward to the
Fighting may
the
be gross,
prospect-
but strategy is immaculate.
You're such a weirdo. I look forward to I look forward to the prospect of victory
There will
for
be many
everyone.
riches.
I don't need riches, and I don't think that's what this fight is about.
Well, then you would prove to have some wisdom after all, Walter Tang.
I've done my best these past 20 years.
Lean back, sip my brandy again.
All right. So as yeah, that it seems as though Q is pretty satisfied with yeah, so Q seems pretty satisfied with the way that conversation went, so it doesn't seem as though pressing him
Well-
further is going to do much.
Walter's pretty satisfied, also. Honestly, I think. Walter's a gullible little bitch. All right, this is interesting.
Oh man, we've all kind of had our own bit of interesting situations here.
So, Walter, is your mind quieted enough to where you think that you can rest, or?
I think so. I'm trying to think of a way where, like, Walter probably has this feeling that he knows his sister was right to a certain degree. He knows that there's something going on, but he can't quite figure out what it is, and he knows there's no way that Ku's gonna just outright tell him, yes, I am trying to kill everyone, or like, I can't. There's no. Walter realizes that, so I guess he's gonna try to formulate a plan so that, yeah.
All right. So as you start to walk back to your room to retire for the night and to work on your plan, you pass by the library and you smell smoke.
I'm gonna turn to the library, see what's up.
You see a very drunk kin ripping pages out of books and lighting them on fire, attempting to set the drapes on fire.
Oh my God! Stop! Oh my God! Stop! Please!
Fuck this place. Fuck my
No,
past.
please! Oh, what the hell? No! Don't! Those are family books. That's the genealogy. You can't. And I'm gonna. Do I have a spell to stop this? I have produce flame. That's not gonna do it. That's the opposite of what I want.
Fight fire with fire.
Oh well. Oh no. Okay, I have a spell called Tidal Wave. I don't think it's that drastic yet.
Use your words, Walter.
Like you Ken, I need you to stop that right now. You got I don't like this place as much as you do. I really don't like a lot of things my family has done. But we can't what does this do? Destroying someone else's stuff isn't gonna make anything better for ourselves.
Puts the souls at rest.
Dude, you've been drinking too much, man.
You don't understand. You just don't
I
understand. I'm gonna continue ripping pages out of the books, and
oh god, you've really got to stop that right now.
Oh god.
it's this, or your father wins. This-
I want to liquidate all of these assets, all right? I want to get rid of them, but someone else could use them. All right? You can't just destroy things in their wakes like this.
The souls, no. Oh, the souls. Mm-mm.
Dude, I think you gotta get some sleep, man.
Yeah, Q, get some sleep, but also Ken needs
Okay,
probably to
yeah.
sleep too.
Ken, sorry,
Souls,
similar
man.
names. Ken, you gotta get some sleep. How bad is the fire looking?
Kent's very drunk. It's very hard for him to do the correct magic and such in order to actually light things. There's a lot of smoke. There's not a lot of flame right now.
Okay, I'm gonna open a window real fast and try to let the smoke out. And I'm gonna go to Ken and be like, hey man, you've really gotta stop this. I don't like this place either, and I want to never come back to this place when we're done. We're gonna go fight tomorrow for good and righteousness and for the downfall of what?
You said it'd make them stop.
Who said what?
The little, the little one that looks like you, girl, said it'd make them stop.
Who's them? Why is
The
Delilah
spirits.
telling the spirits?
The souls of those who've harmed those on this estate. That can't rest.
I'm speechless. I'm gonna get some water to put out this fire.
Okay.
Ken by this point can't. He's like sitting against like one of the library tables, just against one of the legs, and it's just kind of just sitting there watching the smoke.
All right, I'm putting out this fire.
Ken,
Um,
in the smoke that you watch, the trails of it, you swear you see faces.
No, they're
And then Walter splashes water down and kills the smoke.
why'd you do
I
that?
know what you're trying to do, and maybe it's the right way, but it's my family that lives here right now, and I don't feel right. Just, I'm conflicted, right? Because what they've earned here, and what they've done, I say earned is a bastardization of what they've done. What they've I guess stolen from others. What they've done here is for the life of themselves that they've their family, and I feel guilty destroying what they've known, but I also feel like it's right. I don't think raising this place is the best thing to do, or maybe it is, man. It's oh my god. It's tough. I let's get some sleep. Yeah, sleep. Rockabye.
Can't sleep.
You can't sleep. Well, quit burning shit down. At least. All right.
Okay, so
Jeez.
Walter, you retire to your room. Ken, you sit and stare at the charred pages in front of you for what seems like an eternity. And the voices that have been whispering behind you just continue to grow in volume. And
I'm
then,
just gonna sit in the library and just soak in it.
the next day, the council is called. Ku is there first. There's a chalkboard, like a large slate that is behind him with already like strategies and battle plans drawn out on it. He's dressed in his military best with his spear polished and sharpened on his back. He is a general ready to address his fellow compatriots. Everyone files in one by one, and eventually somebody finds Ken and drags him to the room too. Of course, as per the schedule, neither your mother nor your father are there, as this war to fight, and they are busy people. Walter.
They wouldn't be here. I knew they wouldn't be here. That wasn't hard to pick. Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
interested in this. This doesn't bother them as much as it. The only way it bothers them is the fact that they're losing some of their helpers to this cause. That's really it. That's all. It's the only way it bothers them.
Yeah.
Um,
As Ken sort of is pulled into the room, Ku, you have the floor.
Before I begin my addressing of like general tacticianry and battle plans and whatnot, I'm just going to grab one of my men real quick and just go grab Granite, go bring him here.
And yeah,
Yeah, let's get Granite in here.
the newly branded soldier sort of nods his head and rushes off.
Wait, what do you mean? He's off at work.
I
Granite's not here.
assume it's his assets being used in this battle. He'd like to know how they're being used, yes? And besides, he'll know how to use his wares better than I ever could. I am just a lowly magistrate after all. Anyways, as you can see here, Ghrehndhehl is, well, I'd say there's 2.5 factions vying for Ghrehndhehl right now. Us representing the half have, well, limited supplies, and we're going to need a tactician who is a genius to figure us out. Frankly, we need more. Everything that we have been given so far is just not enough. If we want to win this, we need more swords, more spears, more bows, more horses, more money.
We don't have that kind of time.
We do, and we have that kind of money in the Tang estate, which is another reason why I'd like Granite to be.
I don't believe he'd invest that much into this fight anyway.
He's
You know?
investing you. He's invested an awful lot already. He'll invest more.
He's not going to be happy we're bringing him out here, but all right. I guess.
No, but I don't expect he'd be in a good mood anyway.
That's a good point. He's never really happy.
Quite
That's one-
simply, I will lead the mounted charge in our first combat scenario here. I will lead the the mounted charge and the cavalry. I have an awful big stick, so horses and me, we get along
All right.
well. Walter, you are a. What do you do? Like, how are you useful in combat? I have never seen.
I'm a druid. I do magic, and I also have this mace too. I take my mace out. I never really used it much, but like, I know it hits shit.
Hmm.
I can do some pretty wicked spells, and I can change shape. I'm a druid. And so
I'll
is
give
Brooke too.
you-
Whoever Brooke is, I guess he's.
Yeah, Brooke is attending to his purpose, we'll say.
For now,
Alright.
I'll go ahead and mark you and Brooke down. You'll be in charge of the division that takes over the woods. Seems like a good area for you, right?
I mean, I guess.
What?
Hmm.
Why are we trying to take them on head on?
Yeah, I'm confused here. I feel.
With
I mean, it's not like
being a
we can't contact them and organize. Hey, do y'all want to fight me in this field? Like, this is kind of a thing that we gotta I don't know. We have to. There's a lot going on here, and it's hard to take out two factions.
It is.
And
Which is why I want them to fight each other first, which is step 1 of our plan.
oh, see that would do something.
You all used to work for a Rose Corporation.
I mean, against our wills mostly, yeah.
Do you still have any identifiers or any sigmas, anything like that?
Who's carrying the? Hey, wait, Dorvis, did you tear up that contract we got like a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you did, but
Badgings, emblems, outfits, capes, hoods, scarves, anything?
We're kind of a ragtag group.
yeah, there wasn't really much I had from the Rosemary Corporation, except for a portion of that cape,
Hmm.
which is no longer
We're
gone.
going to
no longer
need
here.
some way to identify ourselves as Rosemary Corporation if we're going to bait the others into attacking them first.
Hey guys,
What's up?
remember when we got teleported here? What
Yeah,
they were,
that was.
what they were fighting over?
I do. I don't know if I thought about that. If we show up there, they're gonna be there, probably also.
Unless they used it. Which-
Well, if they used it, that
Used
doesn't mean
what?
that doesn't mean it's that doesn't mean it's not worth fighting.
Here.
That doesn't mean it's not worth fighting, Dorvis. We can still go. Heck, we can even go and check on it. And if someone's there, we do our best to take them out.
Check on what? I'm sorry, I'm just confused as all.
It- It's something they want. Apparently.
What is it? If you have information that would be useful to help us plan a battle here, then I would ask that you please share.
They called it the final rule or something like that. Was this weird altar that was just in the caverns of. Guess we were still in the Underday. I mean, it's hard to tell because we just were going all over the place.
Those went deep and far. Those
Yeah.
tunnels.
Did
But
you get
it's some-
to it now?
Wait,
I
what?
mean, it would take us a while to get there, but yeah, we could go there, but there's no knowing if they're still there or not, or maybe us showing up there is going to trigger them to show up also. I don't know, because once we got there, the leaders of both factions just showed up and started fighting. So
If it's as powerful as they say it is, they're probably guarding it if they haven't used it yet.
And not just ran our full army at it.
all right, cool. All right, here's the plan. We go and do that, but then what do we do with the thing that's there? Is the thing we don't even know what it does. We don't know how to.
I don't think we can move it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Does it need to be moved if we can eliminate the two leaders of the opposing factions?
Like
in
the
one
two leaders would be
strike?
like the two
You
leaders would
said
be
they
hanging
were
out there
last time,
watching.
right?
They were there last time, but also there's. So if we show up with all of our forces, right? It's. I mean, I can't think of any better plan though, honestly.
I mean,
Because if they do both show up, it'd be one hell of a fight. But
Has
gotta
it been
try.
long enough now that I should be worried about my man not coming back yet?
No, I think it's been long enough that you can be entirely sure that your man has done what needs to be done.
I actually did want him to bring him into the room.
Okay. Yeah, then at this point in time, Granite sort of walks into the room, sort of led from behind by the the soldier that you sent out.
All right, I'm going to motion for more soldiers to enter the room and kind of surround the back walls and like stand around us.
Boy, do they.
Hey, what's going on? There are a lot of
As
soldiers in
I
here.
was saying, to really have a chance in this fight, we need everything that the Tang estate can really give us.
Yeah, but like right here, right now, we don't need a bunch of armed boys in here.
Well, what we do need is a new leader.
And at that point in time, several of the soldiers come forth, and just like you realize that your father was unnaturally quiet, and he gets brought to his knees, and you see that across his face is the sigil that was put on the tongues of the helpers who disobeyed before, who sought to have that meeting with you, Walter, that you never attended. Granite has been effectively silenced.
What did you do?
I am seizing control of the Tang estate and all of its assets effective immediately.
What the hell?
What?
This is now all my army. These are my belongings. This is my home now, I suppose. But it is all temporary. We'll burn it to the ground, don't worry.
You
But
can't do that.
Fortunately, I can. Granite. Granite. I'm going to kneel down in front of him and like look at his face.
His eyes are burning with a hatred that is unfathomable.
I wish they hadn't silenced you yet. Oh, but I suppose those men were eager. After all, you did to how many hundreds of them? Their brothers, their friends, their siblings? You are a cruel man, Granite. I just need you to sign something for me. Is that okay? It's just a little signature. It just is the one that makes this all official. And of course, if you don't do it, then I'm going to have to kill you and claim it by right of conquest. And that's just going to be no fun because I don't want to have to make my very professional soldiers clean it up, yes?
Dad, they'll kill you either way, I feel.
Probably.
He looks at Yuku and then looks at Walter, and then looks back at you, and the fury in his eyes, though, there is abated slightly, and you realize that he's asking you a question. By signaling to Walter, he's asking you a question.
What of him? Well, that depends on whether or not he is well behaved, I suppose.
Oh.
He looks back at Walter and looks back at you, and you get the impression that he says, as long as he's safe.
He'll be more than safe. Trust me. I'm not interested in harming any of your family, Granite. I want you to know that this is purely for my own reasons. I need to free these men from slavery. I need to win this war. I need to have wish granted.
And Granite look, the soldiers bring over a piece of parchment that you've already written out in detailed a contract on, and they put a quill in front of it, and Granite's reluctantly, hand shaking, signs his name at the bottom of it, and then the contract is sealed.
And Granite,
is the contract right there? Is the contract right there?
I'm just gonna slip that into my pocket.
Damn it! I should have acted sooner.
Granite, I did forget to mention it is a terrible promise, but it is a promise I made. You see, in order to get these men to follow me into the gates of hell, I did have to promise them your head on a pike. I'm sure you understand.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna attack Ku. Like, I'm gonna attack Ku. This is like. This is.
The first thing that I'm going to need from you is an athletics check to see if you can get past his guards. Make it with disadvantage because there's multiple guards on one of you.
That is athletics, you said?
Yeah,
That's a 22.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Shit. Okay, it's 21.
I'm gonna say you managed to make it to Q, and you have your mace drawn. So basically, I'm gonna let you get one attack on Q before you have to see if you're restrained by the guards again.
Okay.
Make it again.
So it'll be against your AC Q.
Yep.
Which probably is high because he's a paladin, but the character of Walter said, "I'm going to do my best." The player Vincent realizes that, oof, that's not going to work out so well. But boy, oh boy. Shoot. Okay, there's my attack. So that's an 18 plus.
That hits.
That hits.
Okay, cool. That's it's not a lot. It's 1d6 plus 3. Oh, that's 9.
Oh, nice.
So Walter just like rushes across the table, just fury in his eyes, blinded by rage. As several of your men like seek to grab him and like pull him back, he just he gets within 5 feet of you, and I'm gonna say, Walter, just for the sake of flavor, that you actually hurl your mace at Ku while the men are trying to restrain you, and the mace Ku is based off of the art that we've gotten of Walter, is slightly bladed, and gets you a nasty scar, a gash across your face.
Okay.
You're only creating one more faction that's vying for Ghrehndhehl. You're not stopping anything. You're starting a whole new war.
No, you don't understand. You really got me good. I'm doing this to free the slaves, you moron.
I don't want my dad dead. I want them all free, but not at the cost of any more lives.
What's one life compared to the infinite that will be saved?
Hey,
You just have to let me get my wish. And I'm making this the most efficient way I can.
your wish. Are you trying to vie for whatever's in that table on that altar also?
There's a way. And all be happy.
Something
Nobody
tells
else
me.
has to die. I'm willing to spare Granite's life for just a few more moments if that's what you need.
Moments.
I'd like to say goodbye. But he is a very cruel man. My men demand he must be killed. The unspeakable unto them. He has branded them. He has taken their tongues, their words. Imagine you have a wife, daughter. You can never say their name again. Why? Because you sought freedom. This man must die. Not a matter if, but when.
Much as I hate the things he's done too, he's my father, and I can't just sit back and watch him die like this. I don't like what he's done. I want to do my best to make sure it never happens to anybody else. But he's still capable of change. People can learn and change. There's still time where he can learn what he's done was wrong and right those wrongs. Killing him takes that chance away from him and denies him the opportunity to actually improve. I changed. I've become a good person. If I can change, why can't my own father realize what he's done wrong and change?
Suppose I'm willing to make a deal with you, Walter Tang. I will spare Granite's life, but you are responsible for him. This estate is, as you know, is no longer his. He has no fortune, no home, no property. Allow him to join with you Perhaps on your adventures and the way that you have claimed you have so changed in such a great way, perhaps Granite will find it as well. Though I do not quite believe so. How does that sound? He gets to walk away with his life.
That's a deal I'll take.
Good. Then we can get back to planning the war.
Walter, you just displayed such a great deal of really just virtuousness. That's Q, that necklace that you have that has that tiny stone on it.
Mhm.
That stone is starting to vibrate with more and more intensity, and you have a feeling that you just accomplished what you needed to accomplish. As the stone begins to lift up off of your neck, and a bright white light flashes in the room.
Ah,
And as the light dies down, Q, you, Walter, alone, are in the room with the table, wherein inscribed says, "Speak the final rule, and your wish will be granted." A room that you know only the most virtuous can enter with the aid of the stone.
dude, what the hell is going on?
Well, it seems we're almost done here. The war
No.
may not be necessary
You are
even.
absolutely not answering my question. What the hell is going on here?
I suspect. Well,
You
Walter,
suspect? A magic stone doesn't just show up to someone who has suspicions. A magic stone shows up to somebody who knows what's going on. What's
have you
going
ever
on?
had a wish, Walter? One that
A
you
wish?
held in your heart? Something that you know that if you could only have or achieve, it would change the world in such a grand way. It would make the world a better place, a more beautiful, a more perfect place.
Perfection's not possible.
But it is something we can strive for. And besides,
And-
perfection is possible. It has existed before. In this world, we know it as Raja, all that once was and all that will be, the devourer of all.
Devourer, you see, that sounds very bad, I'll be honest.
It is just the way the connotation of the English language makes it sound, or the common tongue makes it sound.
Okay, are people gonna die when Raja comes back?
Of course not. People will be reunited. All forms of life.
And I
in
ask
one.
you, what is life without death? How do we learn what's better for. How do we progress if no one dies?
Raja is beyond life and death. Death was not even a concept when Raja was. He still is, but he must be remade, and I know how to remake him.
And I'm not gonna help you with that.
That's all right. I don't think I'll need your help, Walter.
I'm gonna attack him again.
Why? Oh no!
Oh shit.
Okay. In which case, both of you give me initiative rolls. This is the
Right.
first player versus player combat that we've had.
You'll need to clarify that I don't intend on killing anyone.
Then why do we need to remake a god? It all just sounds
Restore
too.
Raja. Even
It
the
all
gods. I rolled 18, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that's. I rolled a 13.
Well, 19.
Right.
actually, Initiative.
All right, Q, you have the first action.
All right.
Also, check my whisper.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry to Ken and Dorvis, but this needs to happen.
It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
All right then. I'm going to go ahead and throw my grand lance out in front of me with my right arm and thrust forward.
All right.
As Walter charges at me, have my reach advantage on him. Start just with one thrust, try to take him out, or at least
All right.
knock him down.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I rolled an 11. Does that hit?
Does not.
Okay.
So as you sort of you underestimate Walter and his sort of ability to move around. You know, the Walter you knew was not a fighter. This one has seen some battles. So as you thrust forward in what would take out a common man or a common soldier, Walter nimbly darts to the side of it and continues to rush you down. Walter, it's your action.
Okay, I'm going to do a wicked cool spell called Spike Growth. Centered around. Yeah. Spike Growth. Centered around him is a 20-foot radius, which makes hard spikes and twists and things. It's difficult terrain for him when he walks. Whenever he moves, he has to. Yeah, he takes 2d4 piercing damage every 5 feet he travels.
All right. So and you're continuing to move towards him.
I mean, until I reach the edge of the 20-foot radius, yeah. Because I can cast it for 150 feet away.
Yeah, I'll say that you're on the 20-foot radius. You're on the edge of it then.
Okay. Boop. I
Okay.
do that.
Back to me.
Yep, back to you.
Okay then. I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite,
All right,
2nd level.
you got it. That expends two slots on your, or 2 uses of your Grand Lance, 2 charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll to hit now.
Yep.
I'm going to throw down another Grand Lance swipe at Walter.
What reach does what reach is your Grand Lance? Oh,
Oh,
right,
wait.
right. It's ranged,
has-
my bad. You can do it ranged, my bad.
Well, it has 10-foot reach, and I can get in within range of him.
Yeah, you do have to take the 2d4 damage though to get within
Yes.
range.
For 5 foot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I have to move. Did I just move once?
I think you have to move 10 feet to get into range. He backed off at the 20-foot radius, right?
So
Oh,
that's-
okay, yeah. So
That's
I'll roll
4d4, isn't it?
Yeah. So it'll be 4d4.
13.
All right.
That is pretty nifty. All right. Now I'll roll to hit.
Yep.
18 plus.
An 18 would hit.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Roll
All right.
damage with the stacked wrathful smite.
Yes.
Ooh, shit.
Okay, so.
Oh boy.
Hold on. Find the D12. There it is. 8. So 9, and then plus 2d6. So 6, so 15, 16, and then let's just make sure. And then plus 5 more. So that 21 damage I just did.
You just did 21 damage to me?
Yeah.
Walter, what's your HP total? Like max?
35.
Oof.
35.
Okay, so you just took massive damage. Massive damage requires, like, basically you get a permanent physical, like, malady from this attack. As Ku charges in and swipes across your body with his Grand Lance. This could be anything from losing a limb to losing an eye to having a grotesque scar. So here's what I'll ask. Ku, where were you aiming?
See. I'm trying to think. So I probably would have been aiming for the heart, but off target a little bit then.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to say. the massive damage that Walter gets inflicted is as the spear comes in, you manage to like just like in the nick of time because it was going straight for your heart. You manage to sort of you know just here's what I'll say. So you're still wearing the shirt from the beehive, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was like the fake like scale on top and then the mesh at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
So as you sort of like go to move out of the way, it glances just enough off of the scale. There's two things that happen. One, it rips the shirt completely off of you. So that vest is gone now.
Do I have no armor now?
I'm not going to say you have no armor. You're going to say that your AC takes a -3
Okay.
sort of to it. As it just rips across it, and then it's going to cut up along your eye, and you're going to lose the sight out of your left eye.
Ah!
Subramanian is a very powerful. Not be too happy to go up against it.
You're just trying to create an impossible utopia.
What's wrong with that? Isn't the more perfect world the
Impossible
one
utopia.
I never understood why people took such issue with idealism. Everyone should be an idealist, yes? We all want to be the better person, the best person we can be. Let's make the world
And
the
that's
best world.
true, and we don't need any help from some kind of god to make that happen. We can search within ourselves.
Nature
for
will
change.
flourish under my plan as well. I figured you would support that, druid.
Your plan.
Sorry about your eye, by the way.
I'm gonna.
It is not my intention to scar many of Raja's creations. I intend to kill on my first strike. It is sloppy work on my part. I apologize.
I'm gonna cast a really cool spell.
Hate your cool spells.
So many cool spells.
I've done a great job with my spells. How about lightning bolt?
Woof.
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 All right. Yeah. You get lightning bolt off.
He has to roll a dexterity save.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that dexterity save, Q. I think you have to beat a 13, right?
11.
Okay.
11. You have to beat an 11.
But even if he doesn't,
It takes half damage.
Yeah, if he does make it.
You rolled a 7? Okay, so you get hit with the full brunt of this lightning bolt, Q.
Okay,
86,
hold on.
I
Where's my
think.
health? Why is my health not on
Yeah,
screen?
where's my
Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
8d6.
8d6? All right,
Yep.
so that's 1, 2.
Yeah.
This
Is
could
that
go
a-
really bad for me.
Let's hope he rolls like he rolled against Brooke.
3.
I forgot that he
4.
did that.
I
Boy,
like
did
to-
he lightning bolt the fuck out of Brooke.
I like to roll all of them. You know, it's all at once. It's fun.
That's same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 damage, yeah!
You thought. 7, 8. All right, I'm gonna do a nice little roll on the ground like before.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Yes.
All right.
Very
I'm
nice.
collecting the dice right now. So
Oh, no.
they didn't all roll that high amount. So is somewhat unfortunate for me, but very good for Ku. All right. So that's a 5 plus 9, 14, plus 4, 18. That's 20 damage.
20 damage, okay.
Q, what's your HP maximum?
My HP maximum, 44.
Okay, so that was not quite enough to do massive damage to you. So Walter, you just got hit with a hell of a strike, and with your eye sort of being newly blinded, you like summoned up the energy that is like just raging through this cavern.
and you channeled it into a lightning bolt, but you just missed by a hair of a margin that would have hit Ku directly. And it was just enough of a margin of error that Ku managed to escape, not unscathed, but he's still standing.
Alive. Nice sparks.
Why
They
do
were
you
pretty
need
nice.
me? Why do you need me to do any of this?
Well, it pains me to say it, but you must be reunited with Raja immediately.
By reunited, you mean I gotta
Yes.
die?
By traditional mortal standards, yes, you must die here and now.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but it must. 19 plus 1, 20.
Yeah,
Does a 20
20.
hit?
A
Oh,
20.
shit.
Hey, don't forget you have improved criticals with Great Rebel Fighting, don't you? Oh, you took that
yes.
feat, I think.
I think I could just re-roll 1s and 2s.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I couldn't remember if the improved critical is a fighter thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's champion subclass.
Yep.
Okay, so now damage d12. $11. 12 plus 2d6.
Did you cast Wrathful
4.
Smite again?
No, I didn't. It's 2d6 piercing damage.
Oh, right.
All lands. So I rolled an 11, 3 and a 1. 15?
That's yeah.
Walter, you're brought down to 0 HP. Ku, so I'm gonna say you're incapacitated, but I don't think Ku wanted to knock you unconscious. So
Yeah, I did.
you did want to knock him unconscious?
No,
or
I didn't.
Okay. So Walter, Ku basically hamstrings you. And as the there you go. And knocks your weapon. You didn't have your mace in the first place. Because you threw it. But like you're you're basically fading out of consciousness. But Ku's like you're just there enough out of the pure rage that's burning in your heart right now to watch as Ku brings you over to the table and lays you down on it, and as your blood seeps into the letters that are carved into it, they begin to glow with a faint blue light. Ku, speak the final rule, and your wish will be granted. Speak the final rule.
Yeah.
There you go. And as the sort of magic takes place, Walter, you feel your body being like lifted up off the table. And the blood all just gets exsanguinated from your body, and you watch it happen from above. Walter Tang is no more, at least not in this physical realm. But there's something else pulling at you. That means that you're not quite gone yet. Physically, yes, but the spirit of Walter Tang might just live on. Welcomed into the great arms of one they call Alanis, the goddess of nature. She welcomes you into her domain, whispering, Walter, do not fear. Your purpose has not been met yet.
I agree. I'm not done.
However, Ku, What is your wish?
Finally, world can be reunited with Raja, peacefully, without bloodshed. I ask of you, O great and powerful masters, let there never be another child born in this world. Not from any race, nor from any tree or crop. Let this place die and return to its creator.
And then, with a deafening boom heard throughout all of Ghrehndhehl, the rule has been spoken, and the wish granted. And that's where we're going to end it for today.
Shit.
Yeah, no, that one happened, huh? Thank you for everybody who listened. Thank you for all of you players as well. Walter Tang, we knew this beforehand, will not be joining us for the finale.
What makes me all the more pleased that it ended this way, honestly.
This will be for the last time Vincent signing off for season 1 of the final rule. He will be rejoining us in some way, shape, or form in season 2, whether it be probably a different character of some sort. But we'll figure that out whenever we figure it out. For now, let's go ahead and all sign off. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Discord and the Patreon, and then we'll say goodbye. So, Vince, since you're not going to be here next week, why don't you sign off first?
Hi, I'm Vincent Bianca. Boy, did I play the role of Walter Tang today. You can find me on Instagram at I'm a theater major. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Vincent, and thank you so much for being a part of the final rule season 1. Chase.
Hi, I'm Chase Bernard. You can find me on Twitter at Cut to the Chase 9 or Cut to the Chase on Twitch. I played Dorvis, the half-orc wizard.
Thank you very much, Chase. Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin Hayflick. You can find me on Twitter at DDice Gaming or on Twitch at Drinks and Dice Gaming, and I played the role of Kintorla, the Green Dragonborn Ranger.
And of course, Brendan Bice for most of this podcast, though he could not finish it off. He played the role of Brooke Pendleton II, the half-orc druid, and you can find him on various things at Brendan Bice. And I, of course, was your DM and host, Glenn Underwood. You can find me on Twitter at May_tag_official. And the last sort of thing that I wanted to leave you off with is, of course, we do have a Patreon and a Discord channel, patreon.com/final rule. If you want to support us there, we really appreciate it. We're gearing up as much as we can right now for season 2 of the final rule to begin in September. So goodies will be being released over the course of the next couple months, and a lot of cool things are going to be happening on that channel. So make sure you check it out. We also have a Discord channel, which will be in the description of this podcast. So if you want to join our Discord, join in on the fun, don't be afraid to do that as well. We're pretty much always in there talking about something or another, or nothing, or anything. So don't be afraid to hop in there. But next week on the 28th, you will be listening to the final episode of the Final Rule Season 1. You don't want to miss it, believe me. Thank you so much, Zach, for being our guest. You want to go ahead and sign off?
Yes, I was Kukulane, the human paladin, who did some pretty irreversible things to the world this episode.
Pretty
holy
gnarly.
shit.
Pretty gnarly. Oh god.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thank you guys for having me as a guest. Really enjoy it every time.
No, thank you. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and say bye for this episode.
Bye.